Welcome back to Brush Up Your Game, and today, the Relora Sankur. This is a Kazon booster from the Resistance's Futile series, and it's actually a ship that I enjoy. Maybe it's a guilty pleasure of mine, but a 4153 at 26 points. Now, granted, the points aren't great, but a 180 firing arc. And a named ability that's the same as the Valdor. If you performed a green maneuver this round during the roll attack die step of the combat phase, roll +1 attack die. So with granted, a not amazing set of green maneuvers, but a decent assortment. 4 of them at the very least. With abilities that let you get extra green maneuvers. Chemosite at the very least. I believe there's also a new Romulan tech that treats all straight maneuvers as if they were green. Cards like this generate more greens, more flexibility. The upgrade bar here with double crew, double weapon, and a tech slot that says, wait a second, I can upgrade this pretty much how I like. Now, Kazon 100% are lacking upgrades that flesh them out and make them what you want them to be. They need more assortment of good cards to stay Kazon specific. They are a subfaction of Independent, and Independent give them lots of flexibility here. Could they use more? Absolutely. And I think they're going to get that. I know we've heard rumors, rumblings of the Delta Quadrant. I think Kazon have to be part of the Delta Quadrant. They're one of the big 2 protagonists. Well, 3. You've got Kazon, you've got Vidian, and you've got I'm blanking on their name. Herogen. There we go. I'm like, it's too late. I'm just starting my rewatch of Voyager, and the Herogen don't come in until late. That and the Borg and Species 8472. But Kazon are going to be a part of it in some way. So, I like this ship. And it's got battle stations, and it's got the Fed action bar. I think it's a solid ship. It needs to be reduced in price. Point blank. The red turns hurt it, of course. But it's 180. You can do a lot of good stuff with it. I like it. It's durable. Captain Heron adds a weapon slot. And then all of your Kazon weapons cost 1 less. Kazon weapons are okay. They were better before all the new fangled weapons. Again, they need to be repriced. They need to be brought up to modern standards. We need some with time tokens. We need some that have some built-in conversions. You give me that, I'm happy. Heron is not great, but has potential to be better. Then we have photonic charges. Now this is one of those weapons. For an attack, disable this card. Place an Ox power token beside the target ship if there's at least one uncancelled hit crit. But you only get to shoot at range 1 with 4 dice. This is not a weapon to put on a Predator class. It's a weapon to put on the Raiders. Because then you've got a fixed die amount. You can do some fun stuff there. But using the Relora's ability to get a 5th die at range 1, it's not bad. And ignore everything I said about putting it not on a Predator class. Put it on the Raider, because it costs 4 more points to put on a Raider, and that's just bad. I'm not paying 8 points for that. This needs conversion, maybe a combo with Garrick to get you one of those uncancelled hit crits. I don't know. I don't think that's everything, but I think there's maybe a tiny bit of potential there. Just tough to have Kazon and Dominion. You're not going to see a ton of overlap there. A particle beam weapon. Attack, disable this card, perform the attack range 1 to 2, get 4 dice, fire it from forward or rear. I like the rear coverage, but it's expensive. It's a disable, needs to be time tokens, 2 time tokens, something like that. Tractor beam. During the activation phase, when a ship within range 1 of your ship reveals maneuver with a range number of 3 or higher, or speed of 3 or higher, before that ship moves, you may discard this card to subtract 2 from that ship's maneuver number. Fun ability, you can use this on your own ships. So you can do a really tight come about, like a scimitar that only does the 4 come about can do a 2 come about with this. You can Borels can do 1 come abouts. You can do 1 turns off of 3 turns. I think that might be the most fun ability, but you can also do this on enemy ships and cause a lot of bumping shenanigans, which I think is a fun use. I don't think it's a great use. I don't think there's a lot of great I'm going to say that again. I don't think there's a lot of great potential there. I've never played this card to super effect, but I did have it. I had it in some race games where you're trying to get to a certain point and being able to slow your opponent down. If you're all starting from the same point and you're all rushing out, being able to slow somebody down that's close to you really can speed you up, right? It's that idea. So this is one of the best cards at slowing other ships down, and I'll give it credit where credit's due. So I do like this Tractor Beam. Tursa is the last card in this pack. A little crew, 2-point crew. Action: if your ship's not cloaked, disable all your remaining shields. Target a ship at range 1 and 2 that's not cloaked, has no active shields. Discard Tursa and a crew upgrade of your choice on the target ship. Okay, fine. And you get a bonus scan. Is that great? It's okay. Placing a scan token's nice, but you're spending 2 points, you're disabling shields, you're becoming vulnerable. You got to target a ship that's already kind of on its way out. It's nice to get a crew taken out, but is that really the best thing in the world? I don't think so. I don't think Tursa really rates highly for anything. Decent Kazon card. Mission good, I'd say. Mission good. If you've already got ships that are doing mission objectives where they have to lower their shields to accomplish a mission, then Tursa can come into play, right? The ship lowers their shields to beam something off of an objective point. Great, now they're vulnerable. Then Tursa can come in and say, haha, I got you. Downside, you got to have a higher captain skill than them in order to use the effect. And Kazon struggle with those high captain skills. So, in as much as I love the Relora Sankur, and I do love the ship, and I find Tractor Beam interesting, I don't think this is a pack that you gotta go get. I think it's one that presents some interesting play. I certainly will be using the Relora Sankur in missions when I get there with Tony. If Tony and I are still playing those, or whoever else is playing them, I will definitely be using Kazon when I get there, and the Relora Sankur will feature a lot in my Kazon builds because it is that good of a ship. But short of that, am I really going to be playing it? Maybe. There are times. I do like a 5-die 180 ship. That's tough to come by. So, anyway, thank you all for watching. Appreciate your time. Until next time, keep brushing up your game. Take care.